We are live. Hello, and thank you for listening to Productivity and Procrastination. I'm Joe,
I'm James.
and we're just a couple of procrastinators looking to get productive. We are currently on episode, who knows? Oh, wait, no, season 2,
Whoa, we
episode
do
1.
know. Season
Season
2,
2.
episode
Whoa,
1.
wacky.
Look at that. And happy new year to everyone and you, Joe.
You too, James. We're recording this on
Yes.
New Year's Day.
But,
And if you're listening to it the next day, well, happy Tuesday.
nice. So,
How is
so
your... It's been 2 weeks since we've got together.
it has.
How's it been? How was your Christmas?
Christmas was good. Ever since then, it's gone downhill. But,
Oh no.
yeah. Been a little bit of a roller coaster around here.
Oh, how come?
Uh, my dad had some problems. I took him into the emergency room, and then he ended up being in the hospital from what the surgeon said, was the most destroyed gallbladder he's ever seen in any human.
Oh,
So
jeez.
they had to do some emergency stuff with him, and then during this process, while my dad's in the hospital, my wife went to her appointments and stuff, and everything was fine. And then, like, the next hour, we get a call saying, "Oh no, actually, we're gonna do open heart surgery within 3 weeks
Oh,
to repair
jeez.
some stuff." So, and one of them's like ultra rare.
Oh,
So
jeez.
it's like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's been
When it
a little
rains,
bit of
it
a
pours, apparently.
yeah, it has been a little bit of that, but I've been dealing with it, and you know, moving on each day.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Christmas is fine. I haven't really done a whole lot other than I've been doing some drawing. I haven't been completely keeping up with my drawing and daily posting it, but I have been doing a pretty good
The
job.
new year, you can put that in now, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think a part of it is learning that I obviously want to do it every day, right? I want to be posting every single day. But the issue with that is, like, I get this pressure to do it every single day, and if I don't, then I stop completely. And I want to transition from that to the objective is to do it every day, and if I don't, that's okay, just keep going. Versus, because if I stop, it feels like I should just stop altogether, but no, that's not what I want.
Mm.
It's about changing my mindset from you don't have to be perfect, you just have to try.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen the, oh, I've taken a photo of myself for 365 days in a row. And, it's like we get stuck on the whole perfection thing of it. Oh, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, they succeeded in that. Therefore, I have to succeed, or it's pointless.
Yeah.
I think we need to get away from that and just do exactly what you're saying. Just get back on the ride there.
Yep. It's not about being perfect, it's about putting in the effort.
Yeah, I haven't done a lot.
I don't blame you. My goodness.
I've been spending a lot of time with family, trying to help people with various fears and
Mm-hmm.
things. My mom, um, my wife, and just spending a lot of time with people, um, helping.
Yeah.
I think and there's those times when you're gonna have that, and then but my mind is on the future. This is the day of people to think about that, and I'm not defeated, and I have a wellspring of hope for the future, and I need to push forward and decide how I want this year to be.
Yep.
Just like everybody.
Yeah. I mean, if we look at our last year compared to this one, I mean, you guys probably just listened to our review of the year, and man, that was a good video.
Yeah, and when I compare the beginning of last season
Mm-hmm.
to right now, um, a lot of questions have been answered. A lot of the questions that we had when we began about ourselves, uh, it there's not the same you know blurry vision, you know, um, as there was in the beginning, because we didn't know, were we going to continue?
Mm-hmm.
How were we going to change? All the questions of the very basics of getting something done has been now brought to light with some actual data.
Yeah.
So what does the data point to you, and where do you want to we just talked about not being perfect, but where would you like to push yourself in this new year?
I'd like to I'd like to push myself as far as a few different things. I want to be supplementing my income in some way. I want to really hone in some skills that I'm missing in my art. I'd like to I'd like to put together a portfolio, or at least a bunch of pieces that I could be proud of. Um, I want to do some paintings that I can sell as one-offs. That sounds fun for me. And yeah, those are my short to long term goals this year. Is really hone in on some things that I'm missing. Really dive into the more complex ideas. I feel like I have a decent base, but I need to dive into the more complex ideas and copy a lot of things that I think are really cool and implement them. What about you, James?
Well, really lately, I've wanted to kind of just implement more the lifestyle that I want to have creatively. Um, so basically, I want to feel like I've jumped into that next phase. I've had little glimpses of how I want my life to be. I've had days that are much better than others, and what I'd like to do is just jump into it in a fashion that feels like I'm not just dabbling anymore. More like I'm entering in the wading pool, so to speak, and just kind of immersing myself in the lifestyle in a more concrete way.
Mm-hmm.
Less ups and downs and more smooth transition. You know, I definitely have been given a lot of thoughts on the finiteness, of life, the
Mm-hmm.
shortness of it, I've,
Well, he begins
I've
some recent
seen,
reminders.
yeah, a lot of reminders. So you look at yourself internally and you process it all relative to yourself as well. And, um, there, you never know when you're healthy one day and when you're not the next. You never know
Mm-hmm.
when that's going to occur. So I, I, I would like to do what I can right now. I'd like to make the decision to um, just jump in, and I don't care if I'm not great, you know, right this moment. If what I have isn't what I would deem as perfect by even my own standards, but I'd like to complete a few things and just get my feet wet and not have the fear, you know, fear of putting out something perfect or the fear of timing or any of that just stop me in any way. I just want to get some stuff done and find a way to put it out, and maybe that would supplement that kind of thing. You just
Mm-hmm.
talked about. That's kind of where I want to go this year. I would like to have 2024 be the year where I I've produced a product and I've put it out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I feel
really
like
trying for.
that's what I'd like to. Nice. So, what are some strategies that you found last year that worked to motivate you moving into this year? And which one do you like? Which ones did work, and which ones do you feel did not work?
You know, I think there is a general theme in moving forward. Um, and I don't think it's really a strategy so much as it is a change, a changing of oneself. Um, a lot of the times when I actually sit down and do something, I'm like, I'm going to get something done. I'm going to write some stuff, whatever it is. If I have to ask myself, how many times was that a product of listening to some kind of strategy from some guru or anything like that? I can't even maybe even think of one. But
Mm-hmm.
there's plenty of times when I can think to myself, I just want to get something done, and I go do it.
Mm-hmm.
No, no magical formula, no motivational speech. Just boom, I'm in the mood to get something done. Um, so what I have to conclude from that is that that's me wanting it. So I have to be the kind of person who just likes to be in that kind of a mode, and it needs to be more of just who I am and less of what I'm forcing myself to do. And so I think that if something is your lifestyle, it it has to feel comfortable. It has to feel like it is you. And that's kind of, the goal is everybody wants to change into that, person that can get that done. Um, but instead of forcing so hard, I think it's more of a easing into. I think it's more of a um, when you wake up, you want to move forward in a nice, comfortable way, and not just like a hammer coming down on you, but just like a this feels right, and this is how I want to enjoy my day, and this is what I want to do, and when life hits me, and when it doesn't, I'm doing the same thing I would have done if you know. So I don't know if all that makes 100% sense, but that's kind of how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
What
Nice.
about you?
Um, so as far as strategies goes, the only one that keeps coming to my brain that I consider more often is just making things a habit. So for me, it's like if too much time passes between when I last did something, I'm less likely to do it again. So like if I drew on Tuesday, like Tuesday morning, and then I draw on Tuesday evening, for me that's really easy. But if I draw on Tuesday morning and then Thursday morning I have to draw or I should be drawing or something, it's a lot harder because too much time has passed. Like it feels like as long as you make it a part of your life, it's so much easier just to do it.
I I agree. Um, because that's kind of the premise of the way I've looked at myself. It's like, okay, yeah, years go by and I haven't done any of the things I've always, wanted to do. So the time in between and the time that you notice the in betweens, but I mean, it sounds like those are just days for you right now instead of potentially weeks, months
Mm-hmm.
that might have been in the past. I think that this
Oh yeah.
weekly thing that we do is definitely helped me. And
Oh yeah. The accountability is so important. Like unbelievably important for growth. At least for me. I've like this last year having these weekly check-ins, these fessing ups to failures and also getting gloated about successes. Like it's a it's a monumental in terms of productivity for a slacker like me, for a procrastinator like myself.
yeah, I I guess I would ask you. Well, let me put it in my perspective first, and then you can tell me how that translates over to what you're thinking. For me, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to put out a small like picture book
Mm-hmm.
and whatever it is, and I'm going to try to do that as quickly as I can, in the fastest method that I can, um, and have a product out. What do you see that the shortest and easiest thing for you would be, and is that on your high priority list?
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. No, and it should be. I think that might be some misguided goals on my end. Currently, my goals are continue to post a picture every day and then work on just skills to draw things that I want. But I do think there's an error there where I'm not working on a sellable product, something that I can actually put out that makes money because March is coming around the corner and I would like to do a booth. And so
This is so much more relaxing feeling. You think I could lean back. So you're thinking about doing of doing that booth idea, and what about digitally? Like, is there something, like you said, you wanted a piece maybe for a portfolio or something? Do you have a piece that you would want printed up or something that you could display in your home or anything like that?
Currently, no. I don't have anything that I would be like, oh, I can't wait to put that up. It's just because I haven't done like a finished piece in such a long time. Like a finished illustration that like my skills are so much better than they were that I just nitpick my other ones to death. The only one that semi works would be the first page of Pancake.
I disagree. I think the second page, or the one where they're inside the bag, the one that you had your kind of epiphany,
Yeah.
where I think that one is worth printing up and putting up because you learned so much from it.
Yeah, I did learn a lot from it, but overall I don't think it's a beautiful piece. I do think it's a monumental, but not necessarily beautiful.
So what's more inspiring? Monumental or beautiful?
I want to see something so gorgeous and be like, wow, I made that.
Okay.
And I don't get the feeling of that with the first page of Pancake because I don't feel like I made that. I did, but I don't feel like I did.
Well, if that's what you're looking for, I hope that you can maybe draw something like that and
Yeah.
at least print it up for yourself, and have it displayed in your home. And then think about how you can maybe, if you give the green light to it, how you could maybe at least put it out there to be sold.
Yeah.
Do you own? You probably don't own like your domain name for your own like self or anything, do you?
I don't think so. I don't know any domain names, no.
Okay. Well, regardless, this next year, how is there any changes you want to make in what we're doing? We discussed maybe doing a live. You're still interested in that?
I am very interested in that. Doing a live weekly, twice weekly drawing.
Start with one.
Yeah, I
See
will start
how
with
it
one.
goes.
Not even necessarily drawing, just one weekly, just hang out, chat while we work on our own stuff type thing. Have some
Yeah, where
music.
anybody is welcome to pop in and talk with us and maybe work on their own stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had to do like a 24-hour wait period, which we got taken care of, and so now we should be able to do it whenever. If there's specific days that work for you guys, leave them in the comments. And it'll be on YouTube. It'll be like a live YouTube broadcast.
Yeah, we should have, just look us. We'll have a link to YouTube in the description, maybe, or is that something we can do? Or
Yeah, we
anyway,
can do a link to.
We'll
YouTube
look into
in the
something like that.
Yeah. What's our current like? Which night do we want to do it?
I think Wednesday is probably a decent time to do it. I mean, we can start with that. It's not so coveted as like weekend. It's not so. I don't know. We can start with that, but we can figure out all the exact details. Let's just. I mean, Wednesday was when we originally just kind of work on stuff anyway, so it seems that would be the most
Okay.
logical choice.
Wednesday night around 8 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
So that way, if people are listening and they want to come hang out this Wednesday at 8 p.m., you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, we'll probably try figuring that all out beforehand. so it's not a.
Maybe that'll be a today thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. 2024.
Mm-hmm. Which is a nice. Oh, we have a leap year this year. Or a leap day.
January 1st always creeps up on me. I don't know if it does on you. It's like
I've been craving for it to creep up because minimum wage went up, and which means I make more money now.
It's always
and
happy.
I'm hungry for that tax return.
Yeah, you are. Nice. Any plans for it?
Save it for a apartment.
Good. Yeah. Goal days today. Everybody's probably jumping around, thinking about how they're going to lose weight and all these things and what they're going to do. Probably a lot of businesses starting.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
I think those goals are important. I think it's important to have goals like that, and like I think it's exciting for people, and it should be. But in order to maintain it long term, you have to have some sort of plan in place.
I think yes. I mean, that's definitely more of a success story there. But like right now, like us, we're just continuing, and I think that's the good starting point. Is if today is a day where you out there are deciding, hey, I'm gonna finally do this, continue, even if it isn't perfect,
Yeah.
just make it that thing you try to do, and feel free to jump in on Wednesdays if you can.
Yeah.
We'd like to encourage people to get to that next step for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Be real cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't streamed in forever, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, I think this has felt a lot like streaming.
It has.
A lot like practice for a live. Because I don't know, we generally just do one take. I mean, we don't do anything.
Oh yeah, it's rare that we start over. I think we started over maybe once. Maybe?
Yeah, and it's so this has been a lot of good practice, and it'll be really cool moving into a live scenario. So how's gaming in it? Is that you've now been on 5/8 for a while. Any changes you want to make to how you operate? Anything you notice about yourself that you want to make a little adjustment to?
With 5/8, I have a habit of breaking my night up into like 3 different segments. Like, so it's like after work to dinner is about 6-ish, and then from 6 to 8 is like hang out with people, and then 8 to 10 is hanging out with different people, and then from 10 to like 11:30 is like other stuff, winding down, bedtime. That's kind of how I've been doing things. But so part of what I've been doing too is not playing games until my drawing's done. Just because it's easier to get it done than before than after. Because if I have a choice between going to bed or getting my drawing done, I'm probably just gonna go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Definitely the same for me.
And most of my drawings are pretty bad. I do try on some of them, but most of them are just, not necessarily bad, but maybe exploring concepts that turn out pretty ugly. Like, yeah. But I'm learning things, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that this is going to be a pretty good year, or at least I'm going to try to make it a pretty good year. I think
Yeah,
that's good anyway.
exactly. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited for this year. We may have a lot of changes for me because I'll be moving out and living on my own. That's going to be crazy. I've never lived on my own before.
Really?
Yeah.
Guess.
I was snatched up at 21 and then
It's nice
yeah.
living on your own.
I'm excited
mean,
about it. I want to do some like interior decorating and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to make my place look nice and feel like a place I want to live in.
Yeah, I can't really say I've done that ever. Well, maybe. But most of the time I've just let Heather do her thing to everything. I have little corners that I reside in, but I'd like to make a spot that's more of my little zone.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do that, but I don't know if it's going to be on the list of things for 2024, but we'll see.
Right. Yeah. All right. Let's call it there. You guys should have yourselves a wonderful new year. If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we'll see you guys Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific.
See you then.
Salute.